"Sir, do you speak Spanish?" The voice was soft. Trembling barely rising above the Saturday morning buzz of the open-air market, Ryan looked up from his shopping cart, where his 6-year-old daughter, Ava, was busy stacking peaches like tiny golden towers. The question came from an elderly farmer standing beside a table of wilted greens and bruised tomatoes. His weathered face was carved with lines of worry. Ryan blinked, then nodded. "Sí, hablo español. ¿Necesita ayuda?" Instantly, the old man's panic melted into relief. And just like that, Ryan's ordinary morning took an unexpected turn. He wasn't out to be anyone's hero that day, just a 32-year-old single dad, an electrician who worked long nights so his daughter could have weekends filled with pancakes, laughter, and a little adventure at the market. But this morning, life had other plans. Through hurried Spanish, the farmer Don Julio explained what had happened. He was accused of selling illegally because he didn't understand the English signs. He tried to pay his stall fee, but the confusion only made things worse. "My wife is sick," he said, his hands shaking. "I just want to sell my vegetables to buy her medicine." Something inside Ryan shifted. Without thinking twice, he told Don Julio to follow him, leaving Ava, who clutched her stuffed llama. Like a brave little guard, he marched straight to the market office. The air was tense as Ryan translated everything: the mistake, the paperwork, the truth. The manager, clipboard in hand and eyes sharp as glass, listened. Then finally she sighed. "All right, I'll let it go this time. But tell him to ask for help next time." Ryan turned to Don Julio, relaying her words. The old man's shoulders sagged in relief. He hugged Ryan tight, whispering a shaky gracias. Ava clapped proudly. That could have been the end of it. But fate wasn't done with them yet, because watching from a few steps away was a woman no one recognized, wide-brimmed hat, dark sunglasses, coffee in hand. Her name was Carolyn Mercer, owner of the market and founder of a regional food co-op that supplied stores all over the state. She called it her empathy round, quietly walking among her vendors to see how her market really functioned when no one knew she was the boss. And that morning, she'd just witnessed something special. Later that afternoon, as Ryan packed up their bags, Carolyn approached. "You handled that situation beautifully," she said with a smile. Ryan looked surprised. "Oh, he needed help, that's all." "Exactly," she said. "Not everyone steps up when someone needs help." She extended her hand. "Carolyn Mercer. I run this market." Ryan shook her hand awkwardly. "Ryan, and this is Ava." Ava grinned, chocolate on her cheeks from the cookie stand. "I want to thank you," Carolyn continued, "for showing what real community looks like. This market is supposed to be a place of connection, and today you reminded me why it matters." Then she handed him a small card. "If you're ever looking for work that makes a difference, give me a call. We're starting a program to help immigrant farmers, translation, mentorship, fair support. You'd be perfect for it." Ryan stood there, speechless. He wasn't used to being seen. That night, after Ava drifted off to sleep holding her llama close, Ryan sat on the couch turning that card over in his hand. He thought about Don Julio, about his late wife, who used to volunteer at shelters, and about the promise he'd made to raise Ava to be kind. Maybe this was part of that promise. A month later, Ryan joined the co-op part-time. He helped farmers fill out forms, translated vendor papers, guided newcomers through the maze of market rules. Don Julio became the smiling face of a campaign celebrating first-generation farmers. Ava proudly posing beside him in the photo. Slowly, the market began to change. More signs appeared in Spanish. More faces smiled across languages. Confusion faded, replaced by connection, and one sunny morning, Ava tugged her dad's sleeve and pointed to a new vendor, a woman with bright eyes and crates full of mangoes. "Daddy," she whispered, "she looks nervous." Ryan smiled. "Then let's go say hi." Because sometimes the smallest act of kindness spoken in the right language can open doors you never knew existed. Kindness doesn't always wear a cape. Sometimes it just stands quietly in line, waiting to be heard. Story by HQ Infinite Stories, where every tale reminds you that humanity still speaks the language of the heart.